Hi everyone, this is Mike Talks Cars podcast. Today's topics: effects of the blockade, Ford idles key plants, and how long have you been selling? In industry news, 3 of Toyota's production lines in Ontario, Canada remain closed today in the wake of the blockade at the Windsor-Detroit border. While supplies have started to move as of yesterday, it will still take some time to get the RAV4 assembly lines up and running. Additional related disruptions are expected to continue for Toyota at plants in West Virginia, Kentucky, and Alabama. Ford Motor Company and General Motors reported that they were back to almost normal operation today. The estimated loss to the automotive industry from the blockade could be as high as $850 million so far, based on IHS Markit's data analysis. The loss to other industries added to that number could easily run into the billions of dollars. The big question everyone is asking is this: who's going to pay for that loss? In new vehicle news, Ford Motor Company said that it will continue idling some assembly plants this week due to the global semiconductor shortage. A number of their U.S. plants will be affected, including the Transit van line in Kansas City and the Dearborn truck assembly plants. Ford predicts this quarter to be a slow one for production and expects to see production increase slowly over the year. Transit and F-150 are extremely important to Ford's bottom line, and any pause in production is very serious for the company. The entire auto industry's ability to build and inventory new vehicles is experiencing strain due to the continuing global chip shortage. The effect on consumers is increased demand and paying higher prices for both new and used vehicles across North America. Now for some musings with the trainer. How long have you been in the car business? Are you a lifer that has more than 20 years on the front lines? When I'm conducting live training, one thing I always have on the name cards for attendees is years in the business. I like to know what kind of experience the attendees have. There are 2 reasons for wanting that information. One is just to remind me that there's always more total experience present in the room than I have on my own. This is important because it reminds me to look for opportunities for me to learn something I didn't know. The other reason is because I need to remind myself that the vast majority of people selling cars today have never seen a high interest cycle in the automotive market, or a low inventory cycle like we're having right now, or a major financial collapse in the market. Most often, what I would see is that the vast majority of salespeople attending had less than 5 years in the business, with almost half of each group having less than 1 year. There was always a big gap above the 5-year mark, and then you would find the 20-plus year veterans that are still at it. I found it very helpful to leverage the knowledge of those veteran salespeople to help ground the views of those that are new to the business. Here's my point. I, and a few others, remember market inflation like we're seeing right now in North America. You have to go all the way back to 1982 to find it, however. I remember what it was like to sell vehicles when a 12.9% interest rate was considered a fantastic deal. Many people lost homes as interest rates soared, and people couldn't afford consumer goods. Prices pulled back, the economy pulled back. Well, it was a chore just to make a living. We are about to discover what an interest rate hike can do to profit margins. If you want to thrive in the face of current conditions, there is one thing you can do right now: sharpen your sales skills. I hope you hear that as customer skills, and set yourself apart from the average sales consultant. Why? Because average won't cut it when the current conditions change due to inflation. Only the best will find continued success. This is Mike Little reminding you that Hey, selling is fun. Go have a great day.